how about we take a look at how the garden is growing. It's been a few weeks. We've had a lot of rain, but everything is really starting to perk up. This first bed has nasturtium and sweet alyssum and our peppers. And then I also planted some calendula. And I think we have 1 jalapeno and 2 green peppers. And then more nasturtium. And I tasted a nasturtium leaf for the first time, and I was not prepared for how peppery it was. But honestly, they're just so beautiful, and I can't wait till they flower. And if anything, they're just going to be great for the pollinators. And then I have borage on this side. There's 2 there, and then another one there. They really didn't come up well in this bed. And then I have, that's a red Russian kale. I have to keep a lid on it. And these are awesome. I got these from the dollar store, but I have to keep a lid on it or the squirrels dig them up. This bed is that hummingbird mix that I had gotten from a fundraiser, and then I put a cutting flower garden packet. And honestly, this bed is going to have to get ripped up at the end of the year and prepped again because there is so much grass. There's so much grass coming up that I honestly don't even know what is good and bad that's going to be coming up in here. So we're gonna just let it go, and I'll see what comes up, and then in fall we'll probably dig it up and prep it and try something different next year. This is our little fig tree. It hasn't really grown much. I have to keep this cage on to keep the squirrels from digging it out. Got my little light in here for him. But still alive, and I'm happy that we ordered from Baker Creek. This bed was the one that I had planted with lupine and foxglove and poppies and Mexican torch sunflowers, and I put some milkweed and some verbena, but these had the Hungarian, the purple poppies. I honestly don't know if they're going to come up. This bed was looking a whole lot better just a few weeks ago, and it seems like with all that rain we got, it's really struggling. The Mexican torch in the middle and the lupines, as you can see, they're growing really well, but I really don't know how this is going to turn out. In this bed, we have 2 varieties of tomatoes. I have sweetie tomato and Roma tomato, so I'm alternating with those. And then I also have 3 nasturtiums on either end of this one, and then calendula and borage in these little spots here. And then sweet alyssum down the side, and my oyas are really doing well holding water. I rarely have to fill them, so hopefully they're doing their job. And the stems on these tomatoes look really, really good and healthy, so I'm excited. We should be getting flowers here hopefully in a few days. This little bed is our sunflowers and our cucumbers, which are finally starting to look a lot better. I think with all that rain they were getting really yellow, and I was a little nervous they weren't going to make it. And then here I've got dino kale, and these 3 little guys right here are kohlrabi. And then I have black seed lettuce, black Simpson lettuce, and then sweet alyssum. But it's all looking really good and really healthy. I'm excited. This is the zinnia bed. I had planted probably 12 different packs of seeds in here. This is all that's come up. It honestly, this bed is really struggling. I think my soil mixture that I have, which was topsoil compost and perlite with worm castings, the topsoil I got was awful. I should have gotten potting soil and did a mix that way, and a lesson learned. I will be sifting all this out and trying to redo it in fall to prep it for next spring. I'm gonna hopefully save the seeds from any of these zinnias that actually can go, that grow to fruition. In the back, these guys are actually sunflowers because I was so sad with how few zinnias came up that I wanted to add even more. And I might try to plant some more seeds, we'll see. This bed has probably the most exciting thing happening. If you can see, we've got our first sugar snap pea blossoms. There's probably 4 on here, but with the temperatures that we've had up in the 80s, I was afraid these may not do so well, but they're growing fantastic, and the sunflowers are doing great. And then these are the watermelon radishes, and I'm not sure, like, I don't think that's how they're supposed to be looking. They're kind of growing more tubular shape and not round, so I'm just gonna keep watching. I'm gonna try again in fall when it's not so hot. And then I have some cherry bell radishes and marigolds and sweet alyssum in here. But I'm so excited about our little blossoms. So that's it for the garden tour for this week. I hope everyone had a great week, and hopefully you have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. See you soon.